Hi Moglets! Today we are taking a look at the version 2.5 special program. The main star of this update, of course, is Yae Miko, but there are a couple of really interesting events I want to touch on as well. Naturally, we're going to start with Yae Miko. She had a little trailer at the beginning. As it typically is with Genshin trailers, it was pretty epic, pretty awesome. Obviously, most of you have seen that already, so we're just going to go on past it. Into my thoughts of Yae Miko. They introduced her and her combat style and her skill set a little bit differently than they usually do, where they essentially talked about her playstyle and not really getting too specific with her kit, so we're going to have to take with that what we can. First of all, I just want to share how hype I am for Yae Miko to finally become a playable character soon. Ever since I saw her, I was waiting for this moment. Yae Sakura from Genshin Impact 3rd was one of my favorite characters. The resemblance is, of course, uncanny. I don't know about all the lore there and if there's actually a concrete, connection there or not, but there is some reference. Anyway, starting with the basics, she is an electro character and her weapon is a catalyst. Her normal attack is pretty normal. She'll fire electro attacks. She also has a charge attack that will also deal electro damage. Cost stamina, a little bit of a casting time. It's pretty typical for Catalyst users. With her E, as you can see here, she'll dash around, leaving some of these little items called Sesho Sakuras. And these little dudes will send down lightning every now and then, and that will also deal electro damage. Who would have thought? And then, of course, her burst plays into her E, essentially exploding or transforming those Sakuras she left on the ground, turning them into Tenko Thunderbolts, which will also deal electro damage. One of her passives will increase the damage of these Sakura she's leaving on the ground, and that will scale off of her elemental mastery, which I have to be honest is a little bit strange for an electro character, as typically you don't want elemental mastery, but hey, she could be an exception. And then her second passive relates kind of both to her burst and to her E. For each one of the Sakura that are destroyed by her burst, it'll reset the cooldown of one charge of her elemental skill, so you can continue placing Sakura after doing her burst. So yeah, I think her kit is really tight, works obviously really well with the passives and all. I mean, that makes sense. It would be a bad character if their kit didn't make sense, right? But yeah, there's not a ton of official information on her yet, so that's about all we got. She seems like a very fun character, dashing around, placing those Sakuras, exploding them with her burst, regaining the charges. Once you do her burst, can place more, etc., etc. Oh yeah, her sort of exploration or not kit related passive is pretty unique as well. So when you're crafting talent books, she has a chance, don't know the chance yet. I would assume it's at least higher than 10% since we already have ones that do that, but more exact, because the bonus of the talent book she will give you is going to be the same rarity, but it's kind of random. It'll be from the same region, but a random type. So you essentially have a 33% chance to get the book you're actually trying to get a bonus for. Otherwise, you'll get some other random book that you might not need at the moment. So again, I would think the chance must be at least 20% to consider using it. So yeah, that's Yae Miko in a nutshell. Again, sounds like a fun character. Really, really love her design. Obviously going to be summoning for her when she comes around. I mean, I summon for every character, so that doesn't say much. But yeah, we'll be especially excited to pull for her. Moving on, of course, with a new character comes new story quests. They don't touch on this too much, but we will have one for Yae Miko as well as one for Raiden Shogun. In terms of banners, I am happy to see that Yae Miko's banner will be first in the update instead of it being second like they've been doing the last couple of times. So that's really nice. And then we will have a Raiden Shogun and Kokomi rerun. You can choose either or. I imagine if anyone's going to summon on either of those, the choice is pretty obvious. But moving on. We do have this new, pretty massive enemy. In my notes, while I was watching it live, I just called it a waifu monster. It looks a bit like Raiden Shogun, but also not. Has some massive arms. It looks insane, but they don't even give a name for this enemy or where it's gonna be or how we're gonna fight it, if it's gonna be a world boss, whatever. They didn't give anything. We also will have some new shadowy husk enemies. There's some kind of warrior looking dudes. They have, spears and banners, bow and arrow. They only really gave details on one of the enemies, the standard bearer. He will create a shield for itself and his allies if he hits you while you have a shield. So it seems like Genshin kind of realizes how broken Zhongli's shield is, and they're trying to nerf that. With all the corrosion and now this standard bearer guy that'll barrier himself and his allies. Though there are lots of perfectly balanced shields as well, so it just nerfs all shields. We also do have a new weapon here. Looks really fancy. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is Yae Miko's signature weapon. What else could it be? Really hoping it's a nice crit damage catalyst or something, because I'm really liking those. Only have Kokomis and two of the ones you get from Standard Wish. It's the Widsith is best in slot for a lot because it's because it has a good passive and it's crit damage, but then Yeah, where's our 5-star crit damage? I think we only have like 4 5-star catalysts, and one of them is Kokomi with HP, so it's like, yeah, not a lot to choose from. And then we're gonna have some new events. I think the main one here is gonna be the exploration stuff, but basically you're gonna go around exploring, opening chests, doing the general explore stuff, and that will be the event. You'll get some special items to exchange for other items. I really think it's a good idea to sort of eventify the general exploration of stuff. I myself hold off a lot on exploring because, you know, when you have to like pull up the interactive map and go chest hunting and everything, it kind of gets exhausting after a while. Really cool idea. And through this event, we're going to get a free 4-star catalyst. Not sure, but usually events allow you to R5 the weapon. So yeah, free 4-star R5 is always nice. And then we have Divine Ingenuity. This one is really, really interesting. So it's basically like a sandbox mode. You can create a domain yourself. You can place like blocks in the coins you need to get and these little power-ups, just tons of things to customize a domain. And then once you beat it yourself, you can like upload it or have some kind of domain ID and other players can challenge it. I'm absolutely definitely going to do something with that. Maybe even make it into a little contest. I don't know. That seems really fun though. I'm excited to try that out. But yeah, right now there's not too much else to say about it. Then we have Of Drink a Dreamin'. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but whatever. Kind of looks like a simulation game. To be honest, I'm actually looking forward to this. I have a soft spot for simulation games, and this, I don't know. It looks cute, it looks casual. I'm just looking forward to trying it out. I don't have much to say about it though. You're basically mixing drinks for customers. Then we have Hyakunin Iki, which is a rerun event. I don't think they changed too much with it. I really like this the first time around. You basically have several teams of 2 characters that you're rotating through to fight the waves. There are a couple of new things like new trial characters you can use and also something called a 3-star insignia. This is like some kind of prestigious thing you get by being really good at the mode. From how they were talking about it, you don't get any extra rewards, but it's more just of a bragging rights thing. I remember when this event first came out, I made a video like doing full platinum for the event, and that was really nice because platinum you also didn't need for any rewards. It was basically just like an extra tier for doing really well. So again, I think that's a really nice idea. You know, no pressure to actually try and get it, but if you want to challenge yourself, it's there. And you get like a little visual pat on the back, sort of. Then we have Overflowing Mastery. They haven't done this in a while, but essentially you get double talent books when you're running talent domains. Very nice. Make sure to get your 3 runs in per day. Besides that, we had a little sneak peek for version 2.6. We have the Chasm, a new area. They showed some images here, as well as a Ruined Serpent. From what they were saying, it's some kind of weird mechanical monster that digs around. So yeah, obviously looking forward to more details regarding all of that stuff. It's very exciting. But yeah, that was pretty much it for version 2.5. The general stuff, new character, new events. This one was a little bit less packed than I believe usually. No new hangouts, no new artifacts, of course, no new islands or anything. But yeah, they just had a pretty big update with that massive underground world. So yeah, obviously can't expect updates like that every time. Not much else to say here. But yeah, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.